Hi. Namaste. I'm Pooja Vegesna, and I think some of you know me as this random girl who started slow living with her grandparents. But there is more to it. I'm also a mental health counselor, yoga teacher, practitioner, recently turned into a content creator with this concept of introducing slow living to the busy world. Before we get into it and why I think we all deserve the slow life, let me walk you through the journey that made me stand here today. As a kid, I was this really happy soul, but as a teenager, I was very much confused. We all were confused, right? After our 12th. But I was clear about one thing, which is I wanted my education to help me in some way so that I can be helpful to others. That was the only motive which made me choose psychology. I convinced my parents, went abroad, finished my studies, 5 years down the lane. The initial plan was to come back to India, but life had its own plans. I ended up in a 9 to 5 job because why not? I was making good money. This hustling culture, I kept hustling, started earning more. Buying new gifts to my parents made me really happy. The comfort made me really happy. But there was something that was missing in my life. I kept doing the same routine every single day without giving any importance to myself. Hustle, 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 work, think about working even in my sleep. So that was me. One day I realized that's not me at all, because again when I look back, I was this person who always wanted to help. Now what happened to me? What's going on? So that's when I quit my job, packed my bags, came back to India, started my mental health counseling online. I wasn't earning as much. I wasn't even earning 20% of what I was making back there. But I was pretty happy, so proud of myself for doing it. But people around started asking me questions like, what are you doing? Why did you even leave the job? Are you really sure that this is what you want to do? What are your future plans? What is it that you're going to do after this? So these questions actually started bringing down my self-confidence. I started questioning myself, oh, really? Is it really not worth it? What am I doing? So these questions started popping. Exactly at that time, I had this huge heartbreak. I felt so low, I couldn't see any way out from there. This sadness was hitting me so hard that there was this one question that popped in my mind out of nowhere, which is, what am I doing with my life? How to make myself happy? How to be happy? So this was the actual question. I had no answer to this. After so many years of life on this earth, I didn't even know how to make myself happy, or I couldn't even answer the question of what makes me happy. That's when I started feeling even more sad now, because I was clueless on what to do. So I started running away. I started running, started traveling, but just to realize that end of the day I have to come home, I have to take up the responsibilities, duties. I have to be there for myself. I have to spend time with myself if I have to do something to this world. So that's when yoga came into my life. Yoga happened. Yoga taught me one thing, which is to sit. To sit and to breathe. I started sitting with myself. It took me quite some time to get comfortable with it, but I started doing it. Not one day, not 2 days, every single day. I started sitting. And now I packed my bags again. Why? This time not to run away, but this time I wanted to experience a journey inward, towards myself. So I packed my bags. What better place to go than your grandmother's place? So I went to my grandparents' village and promised myself that I'm going to come back with answers to the questions that I had. I promised myself to give myself time to do whatever I wanted to do. Let it be as small as making that morning cup of coffee, waking up to the sunrise, riding that old cycle that I had, cooking new recipes, anything and everything that made me happy. Even lighting a small candle for that matter, that's what I wanted to do. So that's what I started doing. And I started feeling so good, especially on this day where I went out with this cycle of mine. And tears started rolling because I felt that life is so simple. It's just that we complicate it. It's so simple. When something this small is making you happy, why is it so hard for us to give it some time? Give ourselves some time to explore what actually makes us happy or what actually makes us do things that are meaningful. This kept running in my head throughout this journey, but I was happy that I was finding my answers. Now, to whoever asked at that point, I was able to answer that it's okay, I'm happy here, I'm happy to be back in India, because my goal is to be happy, because that's my own definition of success. Achievement, success, dreams, they are very subjective. That's what I realized. And I wanted to share this journey with everybody because I really think we all deserve to feel what I felt at that point. So that's what I started doing. I started making videos, spending time with my grandparents. There was nothing in these videos except for me spending time with them, making that cup of coffee, maybe praying, reading that book, just this, taking a walk in the nature. I started posting it online and it went so viral. I was left in shock, not even surprise, I was just shocked. Because every video, I posted around 80 to 90 videos, every single video went in millions. That means I could come to a conclusion that we're all so desperate to live a life like this. We all crave for this simple life, to these cute little things that are around us already. Because I wasn't doing something really great, really big. It was just these little things. They made me so happy, and looking at me happy. Every single person watching this video started feeling happy. They started questioning, oh, that's true, we have them too, but what is stopping you from taking some action towards it? Slow life is not about leaving everything behind and going to a village or going to your grandparents. No, it's not that. Slow life is about being where you are and prioritizing what's meaningful to you. Prioritizing yourself. Doing things that actually matter to you. Alright? Because next time when the storm hits, you cannot look for umbrella or you cannot look for this person who can get you this umbrella. You have to become that umbrella. You have to protect yourself. You have to be there for yourself, because if not you, I don't think anybody would do that for you. Why would they? Because we ourselves, we are not doing it. Why would they, right? So slow life, slow living taught me these things that if you're consistent with coming closer to yourself, you will know what your definition of success is. Like I said, success, achievements, and dreams, they are very personal. Any small thing can make you feel like you achieved something. So, when someone asks you, what is your goal? What are you planning to do with your life? Normalize saying, my goal is to be happy and I'm okay to figure things out my way. I'm okay to wait for the right time. It's never too late. I can always do what I want to do. It's never too late. So, I wanted to share this journey with you all today, and I was really happy to do that because we all deserve to be happy so that we make this world a better place to live. Also for the future generations to come, we need to normalize this way of living, prioritizing simple things, prioritizing yourself so that at least they would feel that this life is actually beautiful. It's not as stressful as it was back then. It's so beautiful. I'm so glad to be on this planet, on this earth. Right? So, that's what I wanted to share with you all today. Thank you so much for having me. One more thing before I leave, I wanted to tell you, do what makes you happy, at least for 5 minutes every single day, even if it's playing cricket, even if it's making that 1 cup of coffee. Do it today, do it every day, because once you get closer to yourself and once you know how to take care of yourself, success will follow, money will follow, people who questioned you, people who call you a failure will follow. Thank you. Har Har Mahadev.